Hello there, this is Alex from Who Target, and come in. And today we're going to do number 9 of the top 10 for classic Doctor Who. And you probably noticed there's a watermark there, so if you're not already subscribing, please subscribe. We did get to 30 before September, and now we're into September. We'd love to get to 35, so please hit the bell and subscribe. So today we're going to discuss number 9 of the classic series I'm doing of the top 10, and that will be Dragonfire, the last episodes of season 24, the last episodes till we got to the new season with Bonnie Langford as Mel Bush, and bringing in the new companion for the 7th Doctor of Ace. So we're on Iceworld, where Ace has been teleported to. We don't know the whole Fenric thing yet, because we haven't had that bit of the great trilogy of this period yet. We're on Iceworld. We have a character from the Trial of the Time Lord, what Mel's when he met Drax, Sebelin Black, so I should say his proper name. Unfortunately, the actor who played him recently died, which is not a good thing. And we have good interaction between the Doctor, Mel, and Ace on Iceworld. We have a very nasty villain, is a mafia sort of villain running the whole the Iceworld and freezing people and wanting to be frozen himself. Some good acting. There's some good sensory bits. Scenery-wise, it looks gorgeous. All the whites and blue camera work they use for Iceworld makes it look very scary and menacing. I think Ian Briggs, no relation to Nick Briggs, the Dalek voice, unfortunately, he always tells us that, has done a good script. It's pacey. It's only 3 episodes, which is about right for that time period. Each episode has good cliffhangers. We go from one bit to the other. I like the bit when the Doctor is sort of hanging off the ice by his umbrella. That's quite good. The downsides to the episodes, I would say, is that Bonnie Langford is very save me Doctor sort of outlook. She sort of got to that period where she's just there for the screaming, and God, can she scream. I was worrying that when she was screaming yesterday, I was watching it on my iPad, she was going to set the decibel warning off on my Apple Watch, basically. And she just doesn't have much of stuff to do. I think this is definitely the episodes where Bonnie wanted to leave, basically, and go back to doing other great things that she's done since. And I think she's been great when she came back for Ncuti Gatwa's time period in Doctor Who. She came back for that, didn't it? Works with Unit now. So that's all good. I also think that the really meant to be scary dragon, who is actually in the end the twist, actually it has the treasure inside the dragon, looks terrible. It looks worse than a sort of Chinese dragon you'd get in the Magic Flute, basically, a sort of paper dragon. It doesn't look that great. It's not that scary. Even the laser bolts it fires out of his eyes aren't that great, to be honest. So, yeah, not a great bit of special effects, although it was the late 80s and early 90s, so what did you expect, really? It's really difficult to put things I like as sort of early parts of these polls, I'm finding. You'll find when I do the modern Doctor Who for number 9, I had to change it because I just couldn't put what I had there in my original list. So it's a very interesting doing these polls so far. So Dragonfire, a good story. I think there's things we don't really find out, like why was that little child wandering around on her own, and is she involved? Was she going to be the next companion? I think there's a lot of trying to work out who is going to be Bonnie's successor. And though I like the way she goes in the TARDIS, it's not the greatest way when she leaves and says, I want to leave, and the Doctor's not really interested. And then he sort of picks up when he meets Ace, and she calls him Professor, and he doesn't like being called Professor, and she does that the whole of her time period, and has still occasionally done that for Big Finish. And I'm looking forward to hearing this new box set they're bringing out. I think it's called Wicked, BigFinish.com are bringing out, which is basically the bit between, I think it's a bit between Dragonfire and the end of her first season. So it'll be interesting to see 3 different stories. It looks very good. It's got Simon Callaghan, so that looks good. So Dragonfire, each episode's good. It's a good, ends with a good twist. Unfortunately, one of them ends with Bonnie Langford screaming her head off, so it did nearly pierce my ears. I think it's a good one for a 9. You might disagree. If you do disagree, please put a comment. Any comment you put, I will read and get back to you, definitely. So, next thing to do is number 9 for the modern, which is really difficult. I have got it down to 2 maybes, but I will do it later today and you'll find out. So keep subscribing to the channel. As I said, 35 is where I want to get to by September, October. And keep the love, people.